Welcome back. In our last episode, we talked about the courage it takes to heal. We talked about taking off the golden mask, naming our struggles with anxiety, trauma, ADHD, and realizing that mental health is a human right. But once we start to heal ourselves, the way we look at our relationships begins to change. Today, we are going to talk about something we all want, but many of us have never seen model it correctly. What is a healthy love? What healthy love actually looks like. In many of our homes, love was often tied to obedience. We were taught if you love someone, they control you. You were told that jealousy is a sign of possession, and that protection means knowing every move you make, every person you talk to, and every thought in your head. But I want to be very clear today. Possession is not protection. Love is not caging someone. Love is to allow someone to be free. We need to understand where this comes from because our parents lived in survival mode. Through decades of war and displacement, control became their only tool to keep us safe. To them, keeping a daughter locked or away, keeping a son completely silent, felt like love. It felt like protection. But we have to realize that what kept our families alive in a war zone can actually suffocate us in a place of peace. Healthy love is not a cage, it is a foundation. In a healthy relationship, whether it's between partners or between parents and children, there is room to breathe. There are three pillars to healthy love that we need to start naming, even if we didn't grow up seeing them. Number one, respect for boundaries. Love means honoring someone's no. It means respecting their privacy and their right to have a life outside of you. In our community, boundaries is often treated like a dirty word, as if having a boundary means you don't care about your family. But boundaries aren't walls to keep people out. They're the rules for how to love us safely. Number two, safety, not fear. You should never have to walk on eggshells around people who love you. If you're constantly scanning the room, managing someone else's temper, or hiding your true thoughts out of fear of their reaction or rejection, that isn't love. That is a power struggle. Three, growth. Healthy love wants you to be the best version of yourself, not a version that's easier for someone else to control you. It celebrates your dedication, your education, your career, your autonomy, your existence, your rawness. I know that for some of you, hearing this feels terrifying because the reality of setting boundaries in our community can come with a devastating price to pay, which I have in many areas in my life: professional, personal, journey. When I first started to set boundaries, I wasn't met with understanding. I was called too Canadian. I was labeled as bad Afghan woman, and I was outcasted by the very people who were supposed to protect me. When I set boundary at my professional journey, I was labeled as trauma responder, unprofessional, violent and aggressive. This is the ultimate weapon used to keep us silent. The threat of losing our belonging. If you don't obey, you're stripped of your identity. You're made to feel like an enemy to your roots just because you refuse to be mistreated. We stay in toxic, suffocating dynamics because we are terrified of a gossip, the judgment, the isolation. We sacrifice our mental health just to keep the family looking perfect from the outside and looking more professional and put together in the workforce. But a love that requires you to destroy yourself to keep the peace is not love. It is compliance. Redefining love means realizing that we can have deep, beautiful Afghan loyalty without toxic control. We can care for each other without suffocating each other. Above all, healthy love requires accountability. It means being able to say, I love you, but I cannot allow you to hurt me or mistreat me. Thank you for exploring the heart with me today. Moving beyond shame means realizing that you deserve to be loved in a way that makes you feel safe, not small. We have looked at our history, our identity, and our hearts. We have identified the wounds and the tools for healing. Now it's time to look forward. In our final episode, we are going to talk about breaking the cycle. Where do we go from here? How do we take everything we have learned and actually build a new legacy for the generation coming after us? Stay with me. Be with me. Next, we will look at how we can redefine strength in our homes and create the psychological safety our community deserves. Thank you.